Hello, I'm Tippie, and welcome to the 14th edition of the Red Bull Rampage. We've got 21 of the world's best free riders here ready to duke it out. There's a somber air with the passing of Jordy Lunn. We had a nice remembrance for him last night up at the top of Kong, and some riders dropped in and rode Kong, and Jordy's brothers came down, Jarrett and Craig, and had a word with all the riders and told them that, you know, Jordy would want them to send it. And we did some push-ups on the rock up there and threw left-handed a rock off into the abyss, Jordy style. And we're never going to forget that guy. And he's here in spirit. And he was a big part of free riding and a legend. And we'll never forget Jordy. We know that he would want us to send it and have all the riders send it. So that's what we're going to do. And everyone here is riding for Jordy. So let's go up the mountain and take a look at some of the lines and see what the riders who have been here before have changed to their lines, and the newer riders, let's see what kind of a line they're going to scratch out of the side of the mountain. And with further ado, there's our ride. Let's go check it out. Hey, ZINK, I'm with you.
Yo.
Kyle Straight, 14th Rampage. You've been in every single one. Still charging, bro?
Yeah, that's a goal, right? Still charging, still enjoy digging in the desert and just being at the event.
That's awesome. Now your line's a little bit different. What changes have you got for this year?
Yeah, so this year we pulled out the chute we had last year. I had fun on it and it was great, and I don't know if anybody else liked it though, unfortunately. So we switched that up and going straight from there and sharing a line with GODZIEK and hitting the left side of like the Price is Right section, which I want to say so far it's kind of like the biggest one here. So I think the ZINK measured it like 69 feet or something like that.
It actually is 69 exactly.
Surprisingly, I don't think that's joking.
We're here on arguably one of the biggest airs on the hill, and this is the left side of the Price is Right. Kyle Straight is flying off here, and it is 69 feet diagonally from here down to the landing where BOGGS is down below. Still charging, Kyle Straight. All right, Reece Wallace, congrats, making it into Rampage. Good to see you here again, brother.
Thanks, man.
Now, you've got to make a fresh line in amongst everyone's lines that are there already, so how much of a challenge is that?
Yeah, it's been a huge challenge. All the prime and obvious terrain is already taken, so I'm having to weave my way through other people's lines. So I'm going far riders left, right out of the start gate. Like it's far, right on the course boundaries. A couple other teams and I have teamed up for a new big flat drop about halfway down. Huge landing, lots of sandbags, lots of guys.
I'm standing at the top of the drop that's being built by BOGGS, Reece Wallace, and EMIL Johansson. And it is 54 feet minimum just to make it past the knuckle and into the landing. Here we are at the top of the Red Bull Rampage course, and riders can split up into different directions that they choose. The riders that are going that way are DJ Brandt and Brendog, and Holy Toledo, it's Johnny Salido. The majority of the riders are heading off the middle, and they've got some lips back, like T-Max here, jumping like before the edge, totally blind. Riders going off various different places. And then to the far left will be Reece Wallace, as well as EMIL Johansson and SORGE and Aggie. Andrea, good to see you again, man.
Man, good to see you.
Now, you're working together here, it looks like, with RHEEDER and Brandon on this landing here at the bottom?
Yeah, we're kind of making all these, we're turning this into a big landing. So we got a couple leads here and there, so should be sick.
Who are you working together with in various different spots? Like sometimes you have your own line, but then sometimes you team up in certain spots.
Depends which landing or which jump we're working on. Like, it's kind of crowded, so yeah, it's sick to like work with different crews and get things dialed. Sure, there's stuff that we all write, so it's good to build it together, you know. So I'm stoked. Can't wait to get on the bike, do some riding.
Andrea Lacondege.
Yeah, dude.
Brett, back here at Rampage, you're the defending champ and working on your line here with the boys.
Yeah, I'm excited to be down here, and we're getting the line all tuned up and ready to hopefully get on the bike today.
Brandon, here we are again, and working on your line. You've got the white gloves out, not the black gloves?
Lost the black gloves, so yeah.
How's your line looking for this year?
It's coming together. Yeah, we got a lot of the bottom stuff done early on, and now the boys are moving up, and I'm just kind of cleaning up some bits so I could start riding some of the lower stuff. But
What kind of changes did you make?
just added some stuff near the bottom and a couple of reroutes here and there. Hopefully just carry a little bit more speed and some flow.
Here we have a couple lines right beside each other. You've got SEMENUK going off the takeoff closer to you and doing a double drop, landing on that lily pad and then airing again to the next landing. And then right next to me here, you've got T-Mac airing to the left and airing way far down there, landing in that little steep pocket. Huge air and very sniper.
What day is today? Monday, our first practice day, so I'm stoked to be on the bike. I think last year most of the practice was the night before and the morning of finals.
So you're mostly done and just like final touches, you're pretty much ready to go, eh?
Pretty much. Like we have two projects up top, which all the skeletons are there. They just need to be like filled in.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll have those wrapped by the end of the day, and then I'll just be practicing whenever the wind is good and resting whenever it's not. Would be super ideal, because usually I dig myself into a grave until finals.
I'm here, they're there, you're here. We're all here at the Rampage, yeah?
Yeah, we're here.
CARSON, STORCH, all right, back again. What are your changes for this year?
Basically just made it a little easier and a little more creative and had time to do it right. And last year, pretty much everybody ran out of time and it was tough. It was like a nightmare build for everybody. Just, yeah, I'm stoked. It's fun to ride.
Yeah, I corked it. I like pulled too much. Thinking about the neck, not about the flip.
And every bush is still there. You didn't take any bushes out.
I don't think we took any bushes out.
Yeah.
No.
You're like, I'm just going to do this line.
We like the bushes, yeah.
Tom Van Steenbergen, practice day number 1 here. How's your line looking and how different is it from last year?
It's looking really good. Changing up one feature and some tricks, and yeah, we're actually riding on the first day of practice, so that's good.
So that flip last year was amazing, and you're going to add a little more in this year, eh?
Yeah, another flip, yeah. Double flip.
Double flip.
Nah, yeah. Probably could, but that.
Yeah. Says it all right there. Here was Kurt Sorge, 3-time Rampage winner, and you're back for more. How's your line looking, man?
Yeah, line's looking really good this year. First 4 days of digging, got to do everything that we didn't have time for last year, and just after swinging the pick for 4 days and your arms feel like jello, it's good to know that you can still ride a bike.
Now I see you're working on this little section here, and some people have been going deep on this, some a little bit short. Hard to get the right speed here, eh?
Yeah, totally. We had to fill in this river ravine and the run in to this jumps uphill basically the whole way, so it's kind of tough to figure out the speed and get it correct every time.
All right, so we're up here on the mountain now, and you're working on your line here.
Yeah, totally. This is kind of our main feature that we had to change up. Not enough time to make it how we wanted. It's quite a bit bigger, and now we just got to make sure the in-run works for it. My main shaper there, Dirty V's, said he's got the speed all lined up for me, so
it's easy.
Yeah, what could go wrong?
How big is this one?
We haven't measured yet. Yeah,
you want to measure it? You want to know, or do you want? I want to know.
No, I do want to know.
Yeah, pulling tight. Hey, 50 feet. Did you know that? You want to know that?
Didn't really want to know that, but I kind of wanted to know it.
Here is Reed Boggs' open loop, where he hits a gap back there, hits this, transfers up and over to that landing right below the camera, and then heads off into a drop in towards the sandbox. Here's Reed Boggs. We just checked out your open loop and some of your line up top, and now you're in the middle making some choices here. This has got a lip on the line that you dropped last year, and now there's a lip here from T-Mac. So what are you going to do? That looks a little bit more daunting.
There's going to be a couple people flipping, because that's the only way I'm allowed to go. It's going to be scary with a lip.
We'd like to do this, but these lines are spoken for already, and you're this is part of the game. You got to try and find a way, eh?
Yeah, exactly. These are kind of spoken for. The boys want those of themselves, which makes sense, but those ones line up pretty well. This one is cool, but it's definitely way scarier.
With the lip on it.
With a lip on it, yeah. Yeah, you can't see anything. You start to roll down here, you're fully blind.
Yeah. Here, Tommy G, taking a little break from digging here. How's your line looking this year? Any changes?
Yeah, so we share with Vinny T the whole line from top to bottom. The bottom section is a lot bigger and we go faster. I think this is the major change for this year is this part.
Way better.
Yeah, way better. We haven't tried yet, but it should be way better. At least it look way better.
Yeah. Vinny T, good to see you back, man. Are you ready? How's the line going?
Good to see you. Yeah, I'm ready. We share the line with Tommy this year, and it's gonna be good, I think. Yeah, it's a little bit scary because we don't know the speed for every jump, but we will take it easy and do it.
One of the most interesting and challenging parts of the terrain out here is the different hardnesses and softnesses of the rock and the dirt. The red dirt you can move around quite easily. The red rock is softer than the white rock, which is super hard to chisel and pick away. And if you have to like break down a section of that, that's when the builders are getting serious blisters. Ethan, Nell with a couple third places in the last couple rampages here, working on your line. It's all coming together here for you?
Yes, sir, it is. The line's looking sweet. Got a couple changes, making things a bit better, more trickable, so it should be good. I'm really excited.
What changes did you make?
We steepened up this hip a bit, steepening up this landing a bit, and then about mid-mountain we did like a hip into a big chute line that cuts straight down the mountain to the big drop at the bottom. So yeah, the line's top to bottom, just straight down the mountain, fast and big, so I'm stoked.
We're on a feature now called the middle finger. We've got a drop here with Cam, ZINK, and Kyle Straight jumping over to the right, and to the left will be T-Mac, CARSON, Andreo, Tommy G, and Vinny T. Brendog, back in the desert, buddy. How's it going?
Yeah, it was touch and go for a while there. I was pretty over the desert for a few months there, but I thought we'll come back, give it another pop.
Came back to stop some robberies.
There you go. I had to entertain them, you know. Otherwise, what are they going to do? Yeah, super good crew. You know.
Bren doesn't give us a break, so
We've got our line, put our line on a few steroid injections, a bit of Botox here and there, and souped it up, and got some big plans. So I don't know. It is what it is, and we'll see how it goes. But I'm pretty excited.
We're on Brendog's line here, and this is his iconic rock drop. So as Brendog goes up onto the rock, he gets to right about where you are, is the camera, and then just lets go of the brakes and just hucks into that. You can see his landing from last year right there with the one and only. Right at the top, perfect, nailed it, catch for at the bottom, and then on to do another canyon gap. Here is the first of Brendog's canyon gaps. Last year he hit that takeoff where you are and landed up there shorter with not as much exposure. But this time he's going farther and jumping over to here with huge exposure and then getting it together just in time to go off another 25, 30, 35 foot drop. It's hard to tell from here, but he gets it together and then punches off this drop 30 plus feet down to this landing in there before hitting the rock drop. We're at Brendog's bottom canyon gap, which has been supersized. He's got a huge lip on it, taking off here and landing way over there. He doesn't really want to claim it publicly, but I heard that he was thinking about flipping it even. So Brendog's lower canyon gap is 46 feet from the lip to the landing above a very exposed canyon, and it is rowdy. This lip here is almost as tall as I am. I'm 6 feet tall, so this is like a 5 foot lip on the edge of this canyon gap, and a landing build over there, and not much of an outrun. You got a wall immediately after. So after Brendog's second canyon gap, you roll down this little chute, and it's, you know, fairly tame, and then you get into this near vertical, chunky, steppy, rocky, badass chute with big steps and airs while you're dropping the chute, and then you got to air out the bottom off the next shelf. So you've got a bunch of steps, drops, and then fire out the bottom. It is super savage. I've ridden a lot of chutes in my life, but this is next level. Aggie, are you feeling sick? Have you got the sniffles, you and your team, or what?
Yeah, sick as a dog.
Oh man, in bed all day yesterday?
All day yesterday and pretty much the day before, yeah. The rest day I was all day in bed pretty much. And
you can't catch a break at Rampage.
No, yeah, story of my life.
I'm going to try and ride today.
I'm going to try. I mean, I was hoping this morning, but it's pretty windy right now, but we'll see how the rest of the day goes.
Okay, and how's your line looking so far? How far are you through it?
Yeah, we're pretty much done. I'm teamed up with Kurt pretty much the whole way down, and yeah, we're pretty much done. We just got some guys who kind of mess with our entrance at the top, but we'll figure that out later today and get her sorted.
Awesome. Well, we hope you feel better, and we'll see you on the mountain.
Yeah, cheers, buddy.
All right. Aggie-san. Check out the chute of DJ Brant's coming down here. He did it last year, and it's steep and rowdy into a catch berm that his digger Chance is working on down below. Got to make that turn after with all that speed from that gnarly chute. Bienvenido, Alba. Welcome to Rampage.
Hello, buddy. Good to see you again.
Yeah, you too, man. All right, you've got to make your line here. There's lots of lines everywhere. You got to squeeze a line in. How much challenge was that?
Oh, I mean, 17 lines were done already. That was a big challenge, but I really wanted to do my own section and some part of the mountain. And at the end, we team up with Johnny, so we have a pretty 80% brand new line, which is sick. I'm super stoked on my digging crew. They killed it with the work up there. It was steep, and I'm stoked. I'm super stoked on my line. It's not the line you can imagine I will be comfortable on it, because I'm a slopestyle guy. You know, I'm dirt jumping since I started riding bikes, and put some DH stuff on the middle, like some steep stuff, some
raw stuff.
Yeah, so I'm stoked. I have some jumps to trick as I'm used to do, but I have some steep stuff as well, which is sick. I have an insane berm to another chute, then another little chute that gets me into like a rhythm section, which is a berm, and then a rolling and a double drop, which is going to be fast, I think.
And then you're almost done, and so you're ready to get on the bike and test her out.
Yeah, my hands are a bit in pain, but I'm ready to put my wheels into the dirt. I need to. I'm like 6 days without riding in Utah. It's been hard.
Working together, Johnny Salido here.
Team
Holy
up.
Toledo is Johnny Salido.
How are you, my friend?
Yeah,
Good, how are you?
Good, stoked.
All right, so you guys got teamed up a little bit here on your line?
Yeah, I had to kick his ass a little bit to get him to work, but all good.
Yeah,
Our last feature.
Horrible digger and shaper, though.
But we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to pad up in a bit and start testing.
So cool that you guys went through proving grounds and you earned your way here. What is it like actually being here with all the legends?
We actually went together to proving ground as a mission to have fun, and for me it was about to grow my skills on the bike, and it ended up good, and he just killed it. He's so motivated and young, 12 years younger than me.
So much fun, man. The week's been great, stoked, and just having good times.
Cam Zink, Rampage 2019. How's it going out there?
It's awesome. Been a little weird of a morning though. I'm trying to start, been riding, and then I really want to switch spin this jump, and that's a big piece of my line. And if it doesn't go right the first time, I might switch things up a little bit and do something different off it. But it's what I really want. So.
Well, then it goes right into a big drop. So would you put that together, or are you going to take it piece by piece?
Oh yeah, it'd be. I kind of want to set the drop right now. I'm not too worried about that. I'm more like worried about switch spin, because I want to go righty to lefty. And that'll be, I don't know, something I'm really proud of, and no one's really done that out here, so. Yeah! 30-foot canyon gap, switch 3 to, I think it's 48, tip to tip on the regular spin off the drop.
Cam Zink's canyon gap before his big drop down low on the course measures 31 feet.
Oh, the hair's slow, huh?
So here's Cam doing a little speed in run, getting the exact speed so he goes the right amount of distance, lands right where he wants to, the sweet spot on the landing.
Carson said he gave, I wasn't up here.
He said he did 2 drags.
Yeah, he drug when he landed, then drug again, but then gave it a pop and went a little deep.
He's got his buddy Ray right here giving him speed advice, you know, like looks good, looks slow or whatever. Just, riding, so that just helps so much to have someone actually give you a little bit of a speedometer from the side, eh?
Yeah, and it really helps when someone knows your riding style too. So
Yeah.
I ride with Cameron all the time, so.
How much you're going to pop or how much you're going to push.
Exactly, yeah. It's all about vibes out here. When you're feeling it, everything goes great, like butter babies.
Yo.
So I'm measuring the drop that Carson, Zink, and Lyle are doing, and minimum, just to make it to the, just past the knuckle, is 48 feet diagonal here. And to where Zink just landed on his little tester was 53 feet down. Simon, we're getting towards the bottom of your line. I just measured your drop up there, 37 feet diagonal minimum to make it into it. You're doing in-runs just from the landing now and doing the step down, step up and rolling out. It looks pretty smooth, feeling pretty good right here at the lower section.
Yeah, lower section is pretty dialed. I like it. I like the jump. And yeah, the drop is huge. The landing is even bigger. Man, I roll into the landing and gotta brake so much into this step down here. It's crazy.
EMIL Johansson, tell us about being at Rampage.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I've heard you left some good raw sections to throw some dust and be natural.
So far, we left 2 sections kind of raw. Basically, my whole middle section is pretty raw. We just took some bushes out and stuff. Gonna be skidding down there.
Yeah, and then a huge air right here at the end.
Yeah, the huge drop. We haven't named it yet, but it's pretty big.
That's awesome. Well, that's a Rampage run.
Yeah, hopefully.
That's a wrap here for Inside the Tape here at 2019 Red Bull Rampage. We've had the last couple of days to crawl around the hill, try and find as many riders and lines as we could to give you an insight of what's going on this year. Hope you enjoy the show, and we will see you here for the finals of Red Bull Rampage.